Alrighty, boys, welcome back. I'm going to tell you a little story about a food company that you've probably already heard of, Dunkin' Donuts. And if you haven't heard of it, well, you live under a rock, no offense. And another thing is the iconic Munchkins. I can guarantee you've heard of these things before. We've got our five most iconic ones here. I'm an idiot. Plain, glazed, jelly-filled, powdered, and chocolate battered. Except, what if I told you that there were secret Munchkins that nobody ever knew about, and Dunkin' Donuts never decided to release? Well, I did all the research I tried, and I found a little bit of information on something I doubt you've ever heard of. And today, we're going to be talking about it, and I'm going to tell you what it is, why they never released it, and why they should have released it, and my opinion on the whole thing. So stay tuned, because it's going to be a bit weird, and I bet you never knew this. Alrighty, so first thing is going to be, why? What was it? Alrighty, boys, so I'm going to have some gameplay in the back of me just mad chilling while I explain this, So what we're going to be talking about today is something nobody knows about, and it was on the menu, and still is on the menu, but we don't sell it. So what it is it's called the Mega Munchkin. It is a mega-sized munchkin that literally is its name. It is a ginormous munchkin that is essentially almost the size of a donut. Except what didn't make sense is, why do they never sell it? It sounded like a good idea. Well, the whole reason why they never sold it is because they felt like it was going to be a bad idea. Like, why would you want to sell something that's the size of a donut when somebody could just buy a donut? And the whole point of it was meant to be kind of a marketing thing for their Mega Munchkins. And the Mega Munchkins are meant to be literally super-sized munchkins, and they came in 5 forms. You've got the iconic donuts coming in their 5 giant forms of plain, glazed, jelly-filled, and powdered. Except there was the final Mega Munchkin, which never actually had its own donut. They actually had a chocolate-dipped munchkin, except it was never a tiny munchkin. It was meant to only be a limited edition Mega Munchkin size. Now, this was confusing. Chocolate dipped, isn't that just a chocolate frosted? Well, actually, no. Right now, Dunkin' Donuts has the iconic chocolate frosted, covered in frosting, and chocolate battered, which is the chocolate donut itself. But chocolate dipped was meant to have its own new type of dip, where instead of being like a frosting you get on a donut, or being built into the batter, this entire new thing would be on its own. It would be like more of a liquidy type of chocolate that would be covered on top of it and served. And from what I found, Mega Munchkins were meant to be packaged in sets of 1, 3, or 5, alongside a chocolate dip if ordered. And what this is meant to do is basically give you the option to get whatever one you would want, and then have chocolate to dip in it. It sounds a bit unhealthy, being that could be really, really strong, and really giant munchkins with chocolate, like, a bit unhealthy. But compared to all their other donuts and munchkins, that wasn't really unusual. Another thing is that, turns out, upon release of these, the chocolate dip that it was going to be packaged with was also meant to be a thing that you could buy with the normal munchkins to dip them in, from what I'm assuming. And it also turns out, not a lot of people actually have ever heard of this, because Dunkin' Donuts thought it'd be a good idea, but at the last second, never released it. What last remains of it is on the Dunkin' Donuts registers, is below the Munchkins tab, you will see the words Mega Munchkins with no buttons under it. So they did come close to releasing it, but just never decided to, I guess. Now, my opinion on it is I feel like it would have been something fun to have, because, I mean, they sold a ghost pepper covered donut. If people were crazy enough to buy something that crazy, you'd assume that somebody out there would want to try a Mega Munchkin. And to put the size into, like, perspective, they were meant to be sized around the same size of about a baseball or larger. So yeah, pretty large size, pretty cool as well. So why did they not go through with it? Well, didn't it seem kind of pointless to have? I mean, if you already sell Munchkins, like why buy one Mega Munchkin when you could buy assorted Munchkins in pairs of 5, or just buy a normal donut if they were around the same size? Well, it kind of just came to them as an idea, because Mega Munchkins, like, supersize it. They've always had a lot of supersized things, like giant coffee mugs, limited time sales, and I feel like it would have been a very cool thing to have, but all limited edition drinks and stuff eventually swept to the side. For example, limited edition drinks or sponsored drinks. Anybody remember the Charlie coffee? Yeah, it was popular for a couple of weeks, but now, out of all the people that come in, even during a day shift, I only see it probably once or twice a week. So while it is still something people buy, it did, like, drain out. But why didn't they release it? I mean, the ghost pepper donut, people bought it, but it wasn't really popular, because who would eat a spicy, sugary donut? Well, a couple of people out there ate it as a challenge food. And this seems cool, so why wouldn't they release it? Because the ghost pepper donut didn't really become a big hit, so they decided not to release it again. So why didn't they just release it once, see what the community liked of it, and if they didn't like it, just got rid of it? Well, the issue between that is they didn't really want to post it to the community because they felt like it'd be weird. Because then you'd be getting supersized Munchkins, and you'd also be getting a new flavor of Munchkin that didn't have a donut. Because it would have been weird having a chocolate-dipped Munchkin, but not having a chocolate-dipped donut itself. So they did have a good idea, but I feel like the execution was kind of poor. Because if they sold it, I mean, I wouldn't eat it all the time, but I'd sure as heck try it once, because it's an interesting idea. And the whole point I'm making this video is because I wanted to tell people about this, and, like, what people think about it. Who knows, maybe if this video gets popular or something, and people in the comments, like, said, hey, that'd be interesting, I'd like to try it. Who knows, maybe Dunkin Donuts or somebody would see this and eventually make one. Because you gotta admit, it would be pretty cool to see these donuts actually come out. But why would they actually release one of these and then just never decide to go through with it? Because they've gone through with a lot of weird things, trust me. Like ghost pepper donuts, that's probably one of the craziest things the menu had to offer. And other types of donuts that were really popular but went off sale. Whoa. Yeah, like, a lot of wasted potential and ideas here. So, what's my opinion on this? My opinion would be to at least release it for maybe a limited event. Like Halloween, and call it the Monster Munchkin, based off of Halloween. If people didn't like it, just ignore the Discord call in the back. I'm not going to answer it, and sorry for whoever that is. Yeah, but, like, release it once. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna mute this guy. Alrighty, I sure hope that got, like, the 2 people who were texting me. We will be playing Bed Wars with me, my brother, and my friend, because we are gods at that game. Kind of. So, yeah, it seems like a good idea, but they never released it. And the reason why I'm telling people about this is I'm not like saying, oh yo, here's something that they deeply regret. Nah, because they don't really regret it. I feel like they had a good idea, but feared it wouldn't be popular, and then decided to never even release it for people to try. So what I want to tell you guys is tell you the story of it. And hopefully if this video gets popular or something, maybe Dunkin' Donuts will see it, and then we could probably get it released back for like a limited time event. Because who knows, if it was really popular and the community hearing this video really likes the sound of it, they could release it for like a limited time event or something and follow through with it. And if the community doesn't like it, then at least Dunkin' Donuts can rest easy knowing that something they were going to release was gonna flop and that it was a better idea to just leave it be. So yeah, in the comments below, tell me what you think about these mega-sized Munchkins. If you would have liked to see them in stores and try them yourself, or you think it'd be a better idea to just leave them be and make sure that they actually stayed out of stores. Well, this is the end of this video, and I hope you guys are having a nice day and a happy Halloween. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.